Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome back to some more turn-based tactical action in MENACE. In the previous video, which I'll link to in the pinned comment down below in case you missed it, we did a basic high-level overview of the game's general setting, why are we here, what we're up to, what we're trying to accomplish, before then checking out the game's strategic layer and highlighting some of the key mechanics and systems that make that interesting, before then diving into our first operation of this campaign and the first tactical battle of said operation. My hope for this session is to complete this operation, which is to say, play 2 of the 4 tactical battles that are still before us, before then moving on to the next operation and the next across daily episodes on the channel. So folks, if you're enjoying MENACE on the channel, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. And if you're new around these parts and you're looking for places that'll be covering MENACE quite a bit, you might want to consider subscribing because I can guarantee you there will be a lot of MENACE on this channel. Now with that out of the way and no more time to waste, let's go ahead and dive on in. First things first, I just want to remind you that at the end of the previous session, we spent just a little bit of time upgrading Lim's equipment. We got a decent bit of loot from the previous battle, and some of it we've just literally slapped onto Lim and his squaddies in the form of this scav suit in particular. It gives him just a bit more survivability with slightly higher armor and slightly higher armor durability as well. And alongside that, we actually traded away some of the loot at the black market to acquire this shotgun. That makes him wonderful in close range, as you can imagine, which is exactly how I like to use Lim, at least for starters. Well, actually, probably in the long run too. I like Lim up close and personal. Apart from all this, one thing I say for the beginning of this episode is getting Lim a promotion. Now, I want to quickly explain how promotions and leveling up and stuff works in MENACE because it's quite different from the norm. Leveling up isn't like other games here. Every squad leader has growth potential, which I did describe a bit in the previous episode as well, but I'll give a quick overview of it right now too. Growth potential represents how quickly the squad leader's attributes and stats will increase over time through action. So if they do more of something, they're likely to see that attribute or the relevant attribute increase. Maybe. There's a chance. It's not a consistent guarantee. There are triggers and there's dice rolls happening. So it's a slow crawl, but growth potential impacts how their stats and attributes increase. Separate to that are promotions. And promotions aren't necessary for stats to go up. Instead, promotions unlock various perks, and these can be active or passive abilities that can help bolster a squad leader and their squad in various ways. Promotions are given through the use of promotion points, and when you complete a mission, depending on how you did in that mission, you acquire varying amounts of promotion points. And these promotion points are a global pool. So these same points will be used to promote any one of our squad leaders, whether they were in that mission or not. So you could have somebody who's been doing absolutely nothing for several missions, and then you could give them multiple promotions in a row because you've got that stockpile of promotion points. It's like real life. Sometimes people do nothing but secure promotions. So very realistic. Now, the thing is, when you do give somebody a promotion, the amount of supply it costs to deploy them, which is down over here, increases by this promotion tax value. So sometimes you'll actually not want to promote people because that makes them more expensive to deploy, and you might, not be able to balance the math out in that way. You are able to demote people if you want to. That is an option. So it's kind of a very interesting approach to leveling up. You're never, clicking plus minus on these attributes, and you're never forced to promote anybody. It's a decision you have to make based on a variety of factors. So I really quite like how it's been implemented. But as I was saying, I want to take a look at getting some promotions for Lim, actually. And so from this pool of promotion points, I'm going to go ahead and spend some with the benefit of his aspiring unique perk that gives him a discount on promotions. I'm going to spend some to get him new tricks. That increases his growth potential, which means he'll be quicker to increase his attributes and stats and stuff like that, which is beneficial. And really the main reason I'm doing this and prioritizing Lim
Service is always an act of valor.
is because he has access to this perk, Mobile Infantry. It reduces the cost of entering and exiting vehicles, and he gets more cover when he's hiding behind vehicles too. I can't afford it just quite yet. I need a few more promotion points, but I wanted to unlock tier 2 over here by unlocking a tier 1 promotion so that I can get this sooner rather than later. Now, this isn't unique to him. There are other squad leaders that have access to mobile infantry as well, but he's one of the few that has access to it. Anyway, like I said, it's a unified pool of promotion points, so nobody else can get a promotion anymore, and that's perfectly fine by me. I think everyone's kitted out the way I want them to be kitted out. So let's go ahead and pick out a mission and see if we're within the supply cost of said mission. Yeah, let's let's get to it. Now, we've got an option of 3 that we can choose from. Again, these operations have branching paths. They don't always start with 1 and split out to 3 and then go to 1. Sometimes they'll start with multiple points. Sometimes you'll lock yourself out depending on a choice you make along the way, so on and so forth. And one of the key decision-making factors is the rewards you get by completing one of these missions. So securing ordnance over here by taking out the bomb maker will give us a random explosive item. Clearing IEDs will give us these anti-tank mines. And searching weapon caches will give us a random pirate faction item. That can either be great or it can be, comparatively useless. But it's a chance I think I'm willing to take, partly because I'd like to show off a 3-skull mission, with the caveat, though, that we are playing on normal difficulty, so it's not going to be like the hardest thing ever. It's still normal difficulty, 3 skulls, as opposed to extreme difficulty, 3 skulls. Also, this mission just sounds kind of interesting. Obviously, each of these has their own set of objectives, both primary and secondary, their own sets of difficulty, and these rewards as well. But search weapon caches sounds interesting to me. Local intel indicates numerous hidden weapon stashes in the area that pirates use to quickly resupply or prepare for ambushes. We need to search the area for any hidden weapons, ammunition, or other pirate caches to deny their use to the enemy. Our objective, well, actually we have 2 primary objectives here. One is to destroy weapon caches, and the other is to get all units to the evac zone. That can sometimes make a mission much more challenging than otherwise. Everything else here, these are all secondary. Completing them will get us more promotion points, but we don't have to worry about them if, push is coming to shove, as it were. But with that said, and the boss man den in our eyes, let's go ahead and plan the mission. So, a fairly familiar setup over here. We're going to deploy down over here. Got to head up. We have something to destroy off to the side here. We've got recover the first equipment crate, recover the second equipment crate. Where is... Okay, so we got 2 crates that we could recover. Presumably, we'll have to pick them up and take them to the exfiltration zone over here, where we'll evacuate from. And along the way, there's actually quite a bit to destroy. My goodness. In all my time playing, and I've been playing a lot, I don't think I've had this mission come up in the kind of random circulation that happens. But I think we'll be fine. I wonder if we split the party, and speed things up a little bit. There is a secondary objective to complete this within 10 rounds. I don't think I'm that efficient, to be perfectly honest, but we can try for it. So what do we got? We're a little over our supply limit, actually, so we will have to make some adjustments. And I think what we'll do is get rid of... Okay, we're 16 over. Do I get rid of 1 squatty with limb to get us under? Or do I get rid of a squatty, or 2 squatties with tech here to get us under? Now, obviously, the difference is because, Tech is carrying these carbines, Lim is carrying these shotguns, and the scab suit. There's a total cost here per squatty that's higher than the total cost per squatty with Tech. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them away from Tech, and I'll explain why, just so you have a better understanding of the mechanics and stuff. If you guys want me to stop these explanations, let me know, but I often get comments that say, I love that you explain things like that. I love that you explain your thinking, which is what encourages me to do more of it. So let me know if you feel otherwise, or if you like it. So here's the thing. Lim, ideally, is going to see a lot of action because I intend to drive him into the action and then, pop shots off. So every bit of damage he can do with these shotguns and his squad can do with these shotguns is good. So I want him to be, full squad here. So then the decision becomes between Darby and Tech. Rewa is in a vehicle, so there's no squad count or anything here, and we only have very few options, obviously, and I don't want to remove Rewa from the mission because she's going to come in handy. So it comes down to Darby or Tech. And the thing is, Darby has extremely high accuracy, and so a higher chance to hit. Darby also has higher numbers of action points, so Darby is generally more likely to, is a more efficient choice to have that extra squatty for, at least in my opinion. So that's our setup. Let's go ahead and actually lay these guys out, though, the way I want them. Rewa up front. How do I want to do this? Now, this is probably obstructed terrain, which is very unfortunate because we got to get here. It's probably like a forest or something. Okay, you know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll get Rewa and Lim over here. They'll drive up, come around, probably meet some resistance over here, and hopefully take these out, while these two will make their way down, destroy these two, try and recover this, There's a lot going on back there. Very little resistance up front, but a lot going on back there. So hopefully we'll be able to regroup and take the enemy on. This could actually be quite a challenging mission. I'm not sure how this is going to go. There's only one way to find out. Let's dive on in.
SRU Sigil. Pausing rest and recuperation.
Sorry, I think I have to watch this thing fly away every time because it's just so sick. I will stop eventually. Oh man, okay, so these are a lot closer than I anticipated actually. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and send Lim into the vehicle. It's a very basic first move. It allows the enemy to move a little bit and maybe expose themselves, put them in more vulnerable positions so that I can come upon them as opposed to having them come upon me. Phrasing. Gonna go ahead and end Lim's turn there. Riwa, let's go ahead and creep you on up. Leave enough action points to fire off at least a set of shots if necessary. And I mean, geez, I can hit this thing from over here, and it's almost like, why wouldn't I? Yeah, let's go for it. Down goes that.
Exactly what I came back for.
Let's go ahead and send Tech up to here. See if we can destroy this. It'll be harder for these guys potentially. Yeah, see, just shy, but that's okay because Darby. Here's what we'll do. We'll get you. I don't have to destroy this right now. Let's go ahead and get you up to here. And keep moving in this general direction. Got to recover this. It takes action points to pick stuff up, so I'll have to keep that in mind. And yeah, okay, everything's a lot more compact than I anticipated, which is good. I always feel like the map is going to be a lot bigger, and I let that get me kind of worked up. But it's usually not so bad. All right, keep moving that way. We've got this one that we need to destroy, which is what I'm chasing after, basically. Lim, you can stay in there for now. We'll move you later. Tech, let's get you up to here and destroying this thing. Good stuff, nice and easy. And Darby, keep moving up towards that. Just gonna creep up to there first. And that's why. I don't think I'm too concerned about those guys, they're quite far away. But I'll just creep up like this. No, you know what? Let's not get cocky. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy. Let them come to us, hopefully, open shots. Tech is out in the open, which I don't love, but we should be okay. Now I could creep him in. Can I fire from here? No, they're just out of range. Alright, leave it like that then. Tech, let's get you into cover up over here, keep you safe. And now Riwa, let's keep you moving over to here. Yeah, because we got to go up this way afterwards anyway. And this is exactly why I'm cautious about moving forward. So yeah, now at least we can get a round off over here. Maybe suppress these pirate outcasts and make them just that much less capable, right? There you go, suppressed. Almost got them pinned down. Killed a couple of them too, so happy about that decision. Now they're going to move, pop some shots, I assume. No, because again, they're suppressed, so their action points were reduced by enough such that they moved and then weren't able to do anything. But what I'm able to do is actually get Lim to pop out over here. And you see how this costs 30 action points right now? Once I get him that mobile infantry perk, it's just going to cost 5, which, that's huge. Anyway, pop you out over there. And again, yeah, you can see they're in their scav suits now, so they look like pirates even though they're not. And let's go ahead and pop shots. Hopefully this will finish the job over here. I want to show you how brutal this can be. Look at that overkill. Look at that overkill. I love the shotgun, man. It's a nice early weapon. And you can get some really cool kit that... I don't want to spoil, so I'll show you guys when we get it. You can get some pretty cool kit that allows you to get close in different ways, let's call it. Alright, let's undeploy over here. Made a mistake deploying. I shouldn't have done that. And let's get up to... It's going to be rough regardless of how we do this. I guess we can get into cover over here. Force those guys out, maybe. We won't be able to deploy, but I'll take the cover at least. Playing a little too cautiously, maybe. Riwa, let's go ahead and get you over to here. Able to fire? Yes, we are. Done. And which way do I want to go now? I guess we should come up this way. We know there's something to destroy there, so go ahead and reverse. Lim, you stay put. Tech. Let's go ahead and try to prepare a flanking maneuver, I suppose. Get you up to there. Able to shoot once at least if necessary. Looks like we're good. I'm going to go ahead and get you up to there. That's not cover in both directions. I should not have confirmed that move, but I will deploy you just to play it safe. And Darby, where are these guys? Let's get you up to here. Go ahead and deploy. And hopefully next turn we can start opening fire. These guys are going to shoot, but we're deployed. We're behind cover, so very inaccurate. But we're fine. Yeah, that's 2 salvos. We're okay. Rewa, we'll move you later, actually, because first I want to return fire from Darby here. These guys are undercover. They're in cover. Again, I could try and flank them, but I think that would just waste action points. I think we'll be fine. Our accuracy is still okay. And maybe we can at least suppress them. Alright, specialist disabled. Suppressed. Pinned down. Beautiful. Yeah, I do. I'm going to go ahead and undeploy so that next turn we can just go right into moving. And tech, let's see if we can get you... You can probably shoot from here. No, they're just too far away. I guess I can get you standing up. Moving up to there. And opening fire. Poor accuracy. We might... I mean, they're already pinned and everything, so it's a bit of a waste, to be honest. Now let's continue to creep up. Let's continue to creep up to here. See if we spot anybody else, and then duck into cover if we do. I think we're good to get up here.
What?
Alright, Reba. Pull you up to here.
Armor detail on duty.
Limb, no turn. This is the one downside of having him ride along like that, is that I feel like I'm doing worse for my action economy, but it also feels cool to have them moving around like that together.
Orders?
Alright. Darby, open fire with you first, I think. Get these guys pinned down again. They're already suppressed, so they're going to perform poorly. So instead, you know what? I take that back. Tech, open fire up over here. Low accuracy. Can I creep up to... No, it'd be a waste. Alright, let's see if we can pull this off. Let's see if we can get these guys suppressed. Nice. Excellent. Let's keep it up. Let's see if we can't get them, like, wavering. There we go. A couple more dead. Fleeing. Nice. And pinned down. So because they're fleeing and pinned down, they're not actually going to run away because the pinning takes priority. So there's this like fine line you kind of want to hit, I guess. But over here, let's... Can I shoot from there? Yes, I can. Don't know why I'm prioritizing shooting. I mean, I have to go in this direction anyway, but you know, it is what it is. I could have gone further and then Lim could have stepped out and shot, and that would have been a bit more efficient, I suppose. So a bit of a mistake there.
Let's do this.
But it's fine. I was excited to see the big gun shoot. Alright. Darby, let's get you moving up to here.
Oscar Mike.
Open shots. Good stuff.
Kill confirmed. What?
Hopefully now these guys are wavering again. They're still suppressed. Fair enough. Tech, let's see if we can't finish these guys off. Not with that kind of shooting, man. Come on. Even though they're fleeing, I want to keep firing because I want to try and just get their unit count low enough, their health low enough, such that they break when they flee, as opposed to, you know, just flee. Alright, let's continue moving up as well. Darby, I think you're good to go. As far as you can go. We'll pick that up next turn. What else have we got here? Recover, destroy, and return the stuff up over there. Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good. Gotta move fast, though. Recover and destroy up there, and a destroy up there. We might split Lim and Rewa up. Yeah. Lim, let's get you up there. Of course, as soon as I do that, we see the enemy. Gonna open fire, and watch, we're gonna lose a squatty. Because I got cocky. Oh no, we might actually lose a squatty. Oh no, please don't. Oh, we're good, thank God. But yeah, we are in a bit of trouble, actually. That's not great. Am I seriously going to send Lim back into the vehicle? No, I'm going to send Rewa. I can't go up to there and shoot, so that's unfortunate. Alright, let's start with this. Let's fire up over here. Good stuff. Wavering and everything. And let's actually... Damn it. Why did I break from the pattern? It was going so well for me. It's going so smoothly. Let's come up to here.
Hold tight.
We're hanging in there just barely. We're gonna pull back, okay. At least we know there's danger that way. And I could go chasing. And the thing is, I can move these guys first next turn. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay put over here for now. We're gonna move them next turn. Darby down over here. Let's go ahead and... Actually, these guys are retreating. Okay, so Darby, let's go ahead. Pick that up. And let's move on up. That's okay. Gonna hop into cover.
103rd heading to cover.
Hopefully they'll be okay.
Movement.
It's impossible to not lose squaddies at all. Well, not impossible, truly, but you know, it's going to happen eventually. But I'm trying to delay it as much as I can. Tech, let's get you... How far up do I need to go? Quite a bit, actually. Let's get you up to there. And I could shoot blindly. Nah, I won't be able to reach. Get you up to there. Alright. So I could have done this in 10 rounds if I'd been a bit more clever about it. Alright. Gonna move Lim up to here. We're gonna take a chance. Gonna move up to here. Now all the pirates are gonna move. And my hope is these guys are gonna break. And at the top of this turn, my hope is I can get a little bit closer. A little bit closer. And open shots with a shotgun. And break these guys. I love the shotgun. It's so good. Now here's what I can do. Actually, nah, we'll go ahead and move up to recover this. I could shoot at these guys' feet and get them pinned down because it does cause suppression when you hit an adjacent target. But let's not do that. Let's go ahead and keep moving up to here. You're going to open fire on Darby. We're going to get suppressed, I imagine, because they're going to fire 2 salvos. Yeah, there we go. No surprise. So they're going to be a little less efficient. Rewa, we're trying to get up to there, right? Get you up to here. Open fire. Keep moving. It's a shame. We won't be able to do 10 rounds. We could have. But we won't. Alright. We're going to have to move up over here. I don't love it because we're going to be out in the open. But unfortunately... Damn. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. This might have been a bad idea. Pull back out of the range. I gotta be a bit more careful here. Keep these guys over here, because we're not going to make the 10 rounds, so there's no reason to take extra chances to make that happen. Let's stand up. Let's get over to here. Get you up over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We won't be able to shoot from there. So Rewa, you first. Scooch up to there. Open fire. Get those guys suppressed. Wavering even. Maybe fleeing. They're pinned down. Okay, I'll take it. Fire up over there. Obliteration. Good stuff. I mean, now I can follow Lim because they can extract together, basically. But end our turn there. I'm trying to pull these guys out. Tech's in a bit of trouble. They're gonna pull back. Clever. Clever, clever. Staying hidden. Let's see. Yeah, let's get up over here. Pick that up. Move towards destroying that. Tech, can you? Like, I know they're in there. Or at least I'm fairly confident they're in there. I guess I don't know.
Let's do this.
Took a chance, hopefully it was worth it. If I'm lucky, I'm doing a bit of suppression over there. If I'm lucky. If I'm unlucky, I'm in trouble.
Let him make it.
Maybe split the party a bit too much this time, you know? Finish these guys off, hopefully. Or you know what? Rewa, let's get you up to here. Sure.
Unit obliterated.
Turn around slightly. These guys can open fire. Oh, that could have been bad. Took down the
We're sighted.
oh god, I keep wanting to say wind tunnel. Lim, open fire. Please destroy it. Nice.
Structure taken out.
Jeez. There's one squatty down. Only a matter of time. I know this is poor positioning, by the way. This is I've put myself in a very, very bad spot. I'll let myself get flanked completely. I let myself get flanked completely. Let's pull back. There's just a little bit of cover being provided there, but I'll take it. Lost another squatty and another.
Yo, I got a brother down.
Inevitable. Basically, I can rush this when it's time to evac.
What?
Which it will be very soon. Lim, let's get you in here.
There, movement.
What I should have done is moved Darby into cover first. But I've accepted that we're going to take some losses here.
Losing men here.
They're on my ass, Major.
Go ahead and cause some damage up over here, hopefully. Even a bit of suppression will go a long way right now. No such luck. And we're suppressed as well, so lower action points.
Don't catch one. I missed.
Alright,
This distance.
Reva. Let's get you rolling up. Ah, what do you know? There's more of them. Oh, that could have been bad. That could have been bad. Go ahead and stand up. Get a bit of distance from these guys. There's a lot of them.
Ah, you flipped.
But we gotta leave. That's all we gotta do now. We just gotta get out of here.
What?
And we might be able to do this turn. Alright. Take a chance over here. Roll all the way up.
Put that there. Let me have them.
Oh, that might be that might be not great.
103rd receiving fire.
They'll get theirs.
They got us zeroed.
Alright. I mean, Lim could step out and go crazy with a shotgun. In fact, you know what? Alright, let's try this. Step out.
Spotted.
Unfortunately, he only has one salvo with him.
I like how you work.
Get you back in there.
Medals don't earn themselves.
They're gonna turn around and shoot. That's okay. Just maybe a little bit of chip damage on the armor there. And then
We're under heavy fire.
Darby can't make it this turn.
Blow them apart.
That hurt.
Gimped, huh?
Now the thing is,
How can you miss my big black ass?
when you go from mission to mission, you carry over damage that your vehicles have taken. So that damage is going to follow us into the next mission. However, I think at the very least, we're able to evac
Making a play.
soon, hopefully. That missed, thank God. Lost another squatty there.
Holy shit! I got one.
So they have a bunch more units than we do, a bunch more squads than we do, so they're able to move all their squads at the end after we've used up all of our squads. That's why we're just kind of sitting back and watching them
What?
surround us there, but it's okay, because Darby, this turn, can make it in here,
All clear, Major. Send the boat.
and that's mission accomplished. Theory being, you know, we're exfiltrating. Complete the mission without losing a squad or vehicle, at least we managed to do that. Ah, man, it's so tempting to keep at it. I just gotta destroy 4 more to get this secondary objective, but think about how many turns they'll have. I mean, one thing I could do is, I could still, even though the mission's accomplished, I could still open fire here and see what that does for me. Nothing, no surprise, and so it's not worth the risk of keeping these guys out here. I don't want to lose this vehicle, because that's permanent. So let's leave the mission accomplished, let's get the hell out of here, and take the success. Jeez, got a light chain gun out of this, so that's good. That's the reward, I think, from the weapons cache. So that's a nice piece of kit to have. It'll be expensive, but I'll take it. And otherwise, you can see we only accomplished 3 of the 5 secondary objectives here, so we got fewer promotion points. However, because of the difficulty of this mission being 3 skulls, we got times 1.25 promotion points. So ended up getting quite a few, actually. Okay, that was that wasn't as smooth as the previous episode, but that's fine. That's fine. These rags, not that great. Got ourselves some pipe guns, not that great either, and a bundle grenade, anti-tank grenade. Not a bad idea to maybe carry that with me. We'll see. We'll see. So we lost 1, 2, 3, 4 squaddies. Technically 5, but we were able to rescue Husgao? What? I don't know how to say that. We were able to rescue him, so because of like upgrades we have on our ship, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. This is the objective: the weapon cache destroyed. Otherwise, unit kills. Revo obviously got a bunch of them. Overall, okay. No temporary statuses or anything over here, but could have been a bit smoother. Could have been a bit smoother. 30 promotion points. We'll see if we do a promotion. Actually, you know what? I say that. That's silly of me to even say. I know how significant a difference it can make to have mobile infantry on limb right away. And we saw a perfect example of it just this past mission. So let's go ahead and promote.
Service is always an active.
Yes, he'll be a bit more expensive now, but it's worth it. Mission select. All we have is the Lion's Den. 2 skull difficulty. Hopefully we'll do a bit better. And I should point out, by the way, in case I didn't last session, our squaddy count has gone down. I believe it was at 50, and now we're down to 46 because we've lost 4 of them. This is an example of where we might go ahead and do a bit of a recruitment run, right? But not necessary. Not necessary. I am also eyeing what we have here and how much it costs to maybe get a bit of armor, but I don't think we can afford any of it. There is some cool equipment, by the way, and we'll take a look at some mech jetpack. Well, first I should get a mech, I guess. There's some really cool equipment that is all like randomized and stuff gets added with every mission. So it's good to frequently check, but right now we don't have enough loot to barter with, so that's why I'm not doing it so frequently and not like investigating everything. But there's some cool stuff in here, and we'll look at it more as we acquire enough loot to barter with. Anyway, Lion's Den. Over the last few missions, we managed to triangulate the pirates' main base of operations by calculating response times, tracking retreating units, and intercepting radio chatter. Pretty cool. To put an end to the pirate threat, you need to send a strike force straight into the Lion's Den and deliver a devastating blow. Be extremely cautious as the pirates have Frankensteined together base defense turrets using powerful spaceship weaponry. I'm sorry, they've done what? I see 2 secondary objectives over here. Destroy the pirate EMP turret and destroy the pirate MG turret. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is going to be, there's going to be serious business. This is going to be, okay. I'm curious how this will go. But I guess we won't find out until tomorrow. Folks, like I said, I'm going to be experimenting with approximately 30-minute long episodes, and I guess this unintentional cliffhanger is the first opportunity to see how you guys feel about that. I said I wanted to complete this operation in today's session, but that mission took just a little bit longer than anticipated, and I'm still explaining some mechanics here and there. Hopefully you don't mind the kind of 1 battle a day pacing. Maybe that's actually kind of nice. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm experimenting here. So let me know how you guys feel. If you had a good time, though, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. If you have any thoughts, suggestions, opinions, always feel free to share them. I do have some regrets about certain decisions I made on the battlefield. I definitely was inefficient at the end there and just made some bad calls on Darby and Tech's positioning, left them out in the open. Wasn't able to duck into cover quickly enough, took too many chances, let them get a little ambush there. Kicking myself over that, but sometimes when you're playing and recording, yeah, that kind of decision making happens. Damn, kicking myself over it. We lost some good squaddies, but next time, even though this is 2 skulls, I'm worried we're going to lose a lot more next time. Folks, as always, if you're having a good time, let me know. If you're new around here, don't hesitate to subscribe, perhaps. But otherwise, as always, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.